Mecklenburg County Commissioners adopted a legislative agenda that addresses funding or support for various initiatives next year. One of them is to fund research and combat invasive species. We talked to two experts about what that might look like. Apple snails, zebra mussels, spotted lanternfly, and army worms, they all have something in common. They're invasive to North Carolina and in their own way hurt our ecosystem.
If anyone's been to Great Smoky Mountains National Park in the last decade or two, they've probably noticed the massive amounts of dead trees on the landscape. Those are all hemlocks that have been killed by the adelgid.
Mecklenburg County Commissioners discussed a broad legislative agenda for next year. In it is funding to research and combat invasive species like the emerald ash borer.
And it's killing 99.9% of our ash trees. The vast majority of the public doesn't know about this. We still don't have a really good way to manage it.
Charlotte's climate makes it particularly vulnerable to invasive species and their ability to thrive here.
For the same reasons we love living here, so it feels like everything else does too, good and bad.
Many of these critters are great hitchhikers and make their way to our state via cars, rails, or through ports.
A lot of our invasive species are from China. We do get a lot of products. We have a lot of trade from China.
A recent shift to online shopping has made tracking invasive plants more difficult.
Now everything goes from the person who's selling it straight to a homeowner's house, and we don't really have a way to have our normal checks and balances to make sure that problems aren't coming into the state. And so we know that all kinds of invasive insects, plant diseases, and weeds are coming in.
The amount of funds to be allocated isn't specified, nor was a particular pest or plant. However, researchers agree any attention can only help protect our resources in the long run.
The one we're most concerned about is the one that is going to blindside us that we don't know anything about.
And only one item was added to the legislative agenda before the board unanimously approved it, and that was to pursue 4-year term limits for the board. That would be an extension of their current 2-year term limits.